Okay, now.
Got it?
Yep, now you can.
On the misadventures of the Diodin. Our good friend Bjorn died, which is sad. And I'm currently at a grave while Nick
Is still at the grave as well, because I eventually did show up.
eventually. So, and we are in the middle of Bjorn's village. And yeah. And you still need to hunt down the bad wizard dude. Or the wizard dude, because technically we're the bad ones. At least I am.
It's just morals. Morals aren't that important.
Yeah, who needs them? They make you feel bad. And I got my finger chopped off, and I have to be. And Nick has to keep an eye on me so I don't accidentally, steal from one of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't pickpocket people unless you're very sure that they're beggars, which is, only pickpocket poor people from now on, I suppose.
Pretty much.
What if they're
Which
a
I
rich
did
person
anyway.
posing as a poor person?
Well, that is their choice.
That's what you get for rolling really bad on your luck.
Yeah.
I was trying to. I always try to pickpocket people that look like easy targets. Why the heck would that happen?
Because you were unlucky.
You rolled low. Also, you said you tried to pickpocket someone. You have to tell me that you're looking for a commoner.
An easy target.
Mm-hmm.
An easy target.
More or less.
Monkey's paw.
Dang it! I thought that was established because I always say I try to look for the easiest target. And I just thought, oh, today I don't have to say that, but I
Nope.
did, and then I got my finger chopped off. Great.
Yeah, no, you did that in the wrong place. Ostrago is the worst place to get caught
What is
stealing.
a finger compared to your life?
Mhm.
That is the real question.
I'm fine. I can still use my tools. I can still torture people, and heck, maybe it'll maybe make me look like a little more rough around the edges and scare people even worse. Because I have crazy intimidation. I am very good at intimidating people for some strange reason. That is literally the thing that I am best at.
It's called expertise.
Yep. I could make a grown man piss himself.
Skedaddle, skedoodle, Bjorn.
You forgot about that spell, didn't you? The
I
best
did.
spell.
I did.
Skedaddle, skedoodle, you are now a noodle.
Skedaddle, skedoodle, your dick is a noodle. Yep. That's what happens. But,
Okay.
as you all are gathered around Bjorn's grave, the family members of Bjorn have left. You remember them being at the edge of the wood and leaving. They just disperse. You can see the town deeper in the forest. They just go about their normal day. You would suspect, as you look among the mounds here, a lot of people have died. They're probably used to it.
Want to get drunk?
Is that even a question?
Not really.
Exactly.
Okay, let's head back down the mountain and get really drunk.
So, where exactly do you all want to go?
What's that place Keely? Hey, what's that place Keely told us about?
Keely. Oh,
Remember, I got Killa. Remember, I found him and I had a nice conversation with him.
Killa. What did you ask about? Are you looking
Oh,
for
a
a
good
job?
place. Yeah, that one. Actually, I can actually access my docs on my phone. Give me a sec. Clock tower. Nope. D&D. Character notes. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Blackmore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna. Hey Nick, ever heard of Blackmore?
Yeah. I'm gonna presume I have not.
Roll history.
Oh god.
Or Arcana, actually.
Oh, both are bad. Oh no, it's a flat roll. Oh god, it's not a good flat roll.
9. No, you've never heard of it.
Not a clue.
How about Blackport?
You've heard of
Another
that
history.
one. You've heard of
Okay.
that one. Blackport is the capital of the Sanguine Conclave.
That I have heard of.
I actually have Master Erlic's actually staying at a place called the Prancing Pony there. Thought maybe it'd be a good idea to go visit him, get some advice from him, and then maybe head over to Blackmore in order to, find a job, because apparently that is a good place to find all kinds of, what's the term? Oh yeah, illegal activity. Great place for work. Although I've also been told that Astrago's a great place for work for people of my expertise.
Clearly not.
Although I'm a torturer, Nick. People always
That's
need
true.
someone to look at someone.
But same could be said about my
Unfortunately,
profession.
Unfortunately, I was an idiot and I robbed the wrong person, so I'm probably going to have a bit of problems finding any work here.
Yeah, I advise not going to that town ever again.
From what I remember,
Yeah.
you rolled fairly high on your history.
Yeah.
You remembered, that they're the most influential family in Astrago. So
I'm guessing that work isn't going to be a big thing for me here. I'm guessing it's probably a very bad idea for me to try to get any work here.
it's up to you.
I advise against it. It's a very influential family.
Yeah.
It could very easily cost you your life.
What's the god that they worship again?
Torog.
Yeah, I guess that considering they worship Toro, which
Torog.
how much do I know about him that since Master Erlich worships him too?
Your dad worships him. Master Erlich worships him. He is the god of torture. That's it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say to Nick, yeah, it's probably a bad idea considering they worship Toro, and I know a little bit about him considering both my dad and Master Erlich worship him. Actually don't know all that much about my dad. Ever heard of someone named Deimos?
DM.
Roll. Ooh. It's gonna be hard, but roll history.
Oh god. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. It's difficult no matter what for me.
You never know.
No.
No fucking clue. What the fuck's a name? I'm like,
Fair. Fair. That's fair. Have you ever heard of the
Is
Masquerade?
it a common name?
no.
Ever heard of the Masquerade? Actually, better question. Have you ever heard of the Masquerade?
Also roll a history or religion.
Oh, both intellect, if you insist.
One of these days. You'll get.
It's almost the exact same.
Alright. Never heard of it. What's a masquerade?
Is that where people wear masks?
Kinda. It's think of it as a giant orgy party of pain.
Kinda hot.
Basically, it's actually how we met Serial, who is also dead. And basically,
uncomfortable trend with knowing people that are dying.
Well, yeah, anyway, she worshipped the Raven Queen. We went there because we were part of the Inquisition at the time, because money. And basically, we found this room full of people in cages. We tried to release that. She was really against it and said that she should wait till they were dead. So my dad, Deimos, who I did not know was my dad at the time, I just figured that out because he had a sketchbook full of pictures of my mom, basically crushed all the cages and killed everyone in them.
Neat.
But he had such nice toys, like all the classics. The stocks, brands, some of the nicest whips I have ever seen. All the good stuff.
Whenever you realize your dad's as kinky as you are, it's crazy.
It's very uncomfortable.
Share techniques. It's great. I tried this before. How do you do this? Well,
Anyway, yeah, so that's him. He's the leader of the masquerade. Apparently, big deal. Have absolutely zero clue about him otherwise. And basically, both him and Master Erlich both worship Taros, who I know is the god of torturing.
Torog.
Torog, who is the god of torturing. Torture,
Ding.
I guess.
There you
maybe.
go.
Yeah, that dude. So, I know that. And I know that based off the experience I have had with two people who both worship him in different ways, it is a very bad idea to piss off his worshippers. And I realized that I've just done that. So it's probably a good idea we get the heck out of Astrago.
Might be a good idea. I know a pretty safe place if you want to lie down for a bit.
I'm thinking I'd like to head to Blackport just to catch up with Master Erlich.
Fine by me.
Okay. So, how would be a good way to get there?
You could travel to Hosfell or Alfness.
What do I know about those two places?
Hosfell, I think, is the place where you lost your finger. And
Yeah, voiding that place.
And Alfness is, you don't know much about them, but you know it's a very, very centerpiece to Astrago. As you see on the map, it's connected to almost every city.
Okay, I'm gonna just turn to Nick and say, hey, ever heard of such and such place? Because I cannot pronounce it.
Alfness?
Elfness. Ever heard of Elfness?
I've never heard of one of the major cities of this area. What do I know about the city, DM? Ooh, hold on, let me before you say anything. Can I roll history?
I was about to say, roll history. That's the thing.
Oh, so close.
You know, Alfness is a city in Astrago.
Can I roll history too?
Yes,
And since I've rested, I'm gonna say I have all my luck points back.
you do, because it's been a day.
Okay. So actually, I can't get to my thing right now. Is it okay if you roll and update my thing for me, please?
I can do it.
Okay, thank you. So anyway, I have all my luck points. Can I roll history, please?
Yes. So, let me do
She's gonna get a nat 20 immediately.
advantage toggle. Roll with advantage.
Yes, she's here.
Aha! It is the dead man.
So,
Hi, Bjorn.
history. All
We're trying to figure out
Howdy.
how to get the Blackport.
Lucky. All right,
Oh.
a 10. So, what you know about Alfness? It is a city in Astrago that is a trade center for a lot of Astrago, but it's not the slave capital city. That's Herfura. Alfness is for just
Herfura.
general trade goods.
And I'm guessing you can't bring a slave that you buy at Istera with you over to other countries, can you?
You could, but might be
Don't
looked
know how
down
well that would
upon.
work.
Some people don't like
We're
slaves.
already looked down upon. Let's go find her. I'm gonna just say this to Nick. I was like, hey, Nick, have you heard of the other one? What's his called again?
Herfura?
Afira, that one.
Herfura?
Ever heard of Afira?
Rinsha, you see, I don't like
Do
slaves
you want me to
either.
roll history?
You don't need to roll history because you succeeded the history check before. As said, this is the capital of the Farfury clan. The people that cut off Frith's finger.
Rinsha, you see, I just like to make it known that I hate slaves too. That's why I enslaved them.
Ah, I hate slaves so much that I enslave the slaves so they can't be slaves by the slavers anymore.
And they can serve me in perpetuality.
Yep. Don't question it. It's legit.
That's how it works.
Yep.
They cancel each other out.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go. Probably a good idea to avoid slave capital.
Probably a good idea to avoid most of this country.
Okay,
You're
so
not
how
wrong.
about we go? How about we go to the trading hub and then get the quickest passage we can to Blackport?
It's fine by me.
Teleportation. Da-da-da-da-da.
Actually, better idea. How about you secure passage and I hide? Or better yet, I just, keep a low profile.
Don't
Might be a
steal
good idea.
things.
Yeah, don't steal things.
He let you off.
Stay close.
So you're not a criminal. He just let you off. He told you don't do it again, or I'm gonna have your head. More or less.
Okay, so how about you secure passage and I'll wander? And don't worry, I won't steal from anyone important.
Or counterpoint. You just go with me because that's going to be safer and less of a chance of you dying.
Fine. You really are a spoiled sport, you know that.
Yes, my bad. I'm sorry that I saved your life earlier.
Speaking of which, we're really gonna need to find somewhere I can torture someone soon. Cause... Oh, you're lucky. You've never seen me when I haven't tortured someone in a while.
No, I guess I haven't.
What if you're torturing yourself? Does that count?
No. No, it's fun and it takes the edge off.
I love my own mental anguish.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Think of it as an addiction. You go without it for a while and you start to have withdrawal symptoms.
Gotta keep my fix.
Frith isn't
Alright,
in
we'll try and find you something.
Frith isn't at the point where she has withdrawal symptoms yet. But she's getting awfully close, and if she goes for far too long, she's gonna snap and try to torture the nearest person near her.
Yeah, that can't go wrong. Alright, we'll try and find you the torture for fun zone. Torture R Us.
Torture us.
Usually guards are pretty good about that. Usually I just go into a jail, and they have someone that they really do not like. It doesn't actually have to be physical. Mental torture is actually what I'm really good at.
You're already torturing me, as Nick says. By God, it's working. But
Yeah, we got the guard tower.
so, as you all start heading to Elfnius.
And we have our horses, right? Because we left our cart in the city, didn't we? We didn't bring our cart with us, did we?
No, we did.
I'm pretty sure you
We
did.
did?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got it teleported with us.
I know, but did we leave it in the city when we went up to Bjorn's?
We did.
Okay, so we're gonna have to head back to that city. Great. So as we head there, and I'm gonna stay outside the city.
Alright, so you will go to
So
Awesome.
Nick's gonna go into the city with the horses. I'm gonna find a nice place to nice rock to sit on.
Well, you all do know that Husfeld does have a mage's guild if you want to teleport to somewhere from there.
100 gold, I'm gonna pass on.
That's up to you all.
Okay,
we can
DM,
just go
can I
by
roll
horse.
just to see how likely it is that I'm gonna get, how likely I am in danger if I go into that city? Can I make a roll?
Well, if it's Edgelord McGee, just said I have to keep an eye on you and you'll be fine, so...
Fine.
You should be
Okay,
fine.
no fun. Got it.
That's literally what he told me to do,
So,
more or less.
Hey. Fine, I'll stick close.
I'm going to need one of you. Well, I guess only Nick. Nick, I need you to roll a D100 as you
What do I-
travel through the forest.
61. Also, I think I found your random encounter thing. I'm not going to say anything, but I was looking up
I
ones for
found
my
more.
campaign.
I have more.
Okay. I was letting you know. So I'm like, yes, I know it's happening at 61.
All right. Roll again.
It's one we've already encountered, isn't it?
It's not one that you've already encountered, but it doesn't make sense for the current area. Let's see if they inhabit this area. If not, you're in the clear.
Oh yeah, I forgot they updated this goddamn character sheet for fuck's sake. Ugh, I hate looking at these spells now.
Roll again. Because they do not inhabit this area. God damn it.
Do you know? Just keep reading.
Do you want me to roll 2 or like 5? Or...
Just roll one more time. Let's hope that 32. I think this one works. It is. Okay. So while traveling, you reach here. While traveling, it's been slow and boring. But around the end of the day, you see a girl. And whenever she sees you, she makes her way towards you. What would you do when you see a smaller girl, maybe in her upper teens, in a red hood?
Race?
Human.
Can I make an insight check?
Does she have a basket by chance?
She does.
I need discerning features to someone of my profession.
Roll perception.
Do I see her?
No.
You do see her, unless you're hiding.
Can I make an insight check?
You can roll insight. She's
can't.
prancing. Oh yeah.
No.
Fuck. She's prancing with intent.
I can't.
20.
I can't roll DM. Can you roll for me, please?
I did.
Okay, so I can see.
She is prancing with intent. You think that she's coming towards you with a purpose.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
you're
just.
approaching me.
What do I
It's
have
the
in my
only way I can
inventory
maul
right
you
now?
with my claws.
You have a lot of things in your inventory. What exactly are you looking for?
Something that I could grab to throw at her and run if we have to, but not be suspicious about it.
You have woodcarver's tools. You
No,
have
those.
Healing potions. Potion of gaseous form.
No.
A stone of luck. A whip. Thieves' tools.
Okay, I'm just
A
gonna
crowbar.
ready. Can I just roll for sleight of hand in order to inconspicuously get my whip ready? Just, under my cloak. Just inconspicuously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleight of hand. Right? With a 16, you feel like
And
she might
what
not
would I do
notice?
if what would it be if I used a luck point? Just, what would it be?
So you use a luck point?
No, I'm asking what would it be because I can't see.
Well, nothing, because I
was
changed how
only a
rolling
single
works. So you do not know immediately if you use a luck point or not. So that's
I'll
how
It
use
doesn't
one luck
affect me
point,
because I don't have luck.
I'll use one luck point.
Okay. Alright. A natural 20. So you feel confident that she does not notice. Unless she rolls a natural 20. Then. Okay. You feel confident that she does not notice.
Okay.
Alright. You only have.
So she's approaching.
Yep. And she is approaching.
Mid to late teens, human.
And as she gets within like 15 or so feet, within talking distance. Hello, sir, ma'am.
Yes.
Could I
Hi.
could I interest you in a pelt of a dire wolf?
Where'd you get it?
I killed a dire wolf, and I have no use for it.
How'd you
Can I
kill
just?
it?
You see
With
as
my
she
hands.
you see as she reaches into her basket, and her arm goes in fairly deep, longer than it farther than it should. See, she pulls out a battle axe. It's like with this.
Mm.
I'm just gonna insight check. I'm just gonna insight her check her.
Go ahead. So insight check.
Does she seem dangerous to us specifically?
She doesn't seem dangerous.
I think more specifically, does she pose a threat to us? Would she attack?
You don't think she would
Yes.
attack you?
How much are you selling it for?
20 gold pieces.
Why are you
How
asking
would you
all
feel?
along?
Why am I
How would you
traveling?
feel about?
Too many words.
How would you feel about a custom carving?
No.
I could do a carving of whatever you want, and it'll be such high quality it'd be worth far more than 20 gold.
I'm good. No, I'd prefer the gold.
Like, I can't
I'll
even
pay her
persuasion
20
check them.
gold out of.
You
I
feel
can't even
threatened by a
persuade her?
person.
Yes, I feel threatened by a mid.
She hands you the wolf pelt, and she'll take the gold. It's authentic. It's authentic. Like, it's actual dire wolf pelt. I'm like, all right.
Is it tanned?
It is not. It's just the pelt.
I'll take that into town and tan it then and add it to my collection of furs in the corner.
I do
But-
also
You know,
have a deed to a cabin. It was my grandmother's, but she passed away.
Unfortunately, we are
Recently.
leaving Estrego. Is it in Estrego?
It is.
No, thank
Unfortunately,
Go
we
ahead,
are
roll your insight.
leaving Estrego very soon. However, I do know that there is someone who is interested down in the city.
She's deceased.
you. No. I meant, is there anything suspicious with the cabin besides that the grandma died?
You feel like the grandma, she's not leading on how the grandma died, but you feel like there's something more there on how the grandma might have died.
How'd your grandma die in that cabin?
She was
I mean-
attacked by a dire wolf.
Ah,
Is it common for people in that cabin to get attacked by a direwolf?
No, not
No.
really. No. You see, the dire wolf was
Unfortunately-
following me, and then
oh, I know this story.
it attacked my grandmother, and then for some reason it dressed up. It was really weird. It was a weird time, really, real
It
strange.
sounds very weird, but unfortunately, we are leaving Estrego. I don't have use for it, and I don't think Nick. Nick, do you want a cabin here?
Nah, I already have a house.
Yeah, unfortunately, the two of us are already good for properties. But I do know that there is someone. Oh, there's someone down in town that'd probably be very happy. Just go to what was the pub we were at earlier?
What was the pub that you were at earlier?
I can't remember. That's why I'm asking you.
That's the thing. If you can't remember, I can't tell you. Because you can't remember. your
Nick, what was
character
that
doesn't-
pub we were at? What was that pub we
Normal
were at?
pub.
The bar.
You were asking me?
You're
I thought
asking
you
me to
knew.
borrow it. I don't care. It's not my bar.
Well, anyway, if you go down, there's if you go down, there's a bar over by the guild, for the wizard guild, and there should be at least, I think there should be a gentleman in there who's looking for property.
Okay. I'll go there next. I have to go home first, and then I'll head there. Thank you for purchasing the pelt.
Okay.
And
Thank
she-
you for the pelt. It'll be a nice thing for my collection.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. And she prances off.
You knew what I was asking about, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
I wanted to know if she was a werewolf.
She is not a werewolf.
No, that's what I was trying to figure out earlier.
No, she's not a werewolf. She's a
I
lady.
know that now.
She's a girl that killed a direwolf.
How? Well, you know, don't ask him.
Hey, Nick!
Mm-hmm.
If I get that fur tan, can I have it?
Go ahead.
Yes. So I take the fur, and when we get to town, I'm gonna go get it tanned.
All right.
And don't worry, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be very pointed about hiding my brand and not stealing from anyone.
Good.
All right.
So, any other encounters?
Yes, Nick. Roll one more time.
Can I roll
Actually,
this
you
time?
can introduce me here
You're
soon.
not
or
here.
Do I have enough time to go get some more chili?
You should be able to, yeah. A 70.
We'll probably meet you in town. Who knows? Maybe I'll meet you at the Tanners.
Roll again, please. Ooh. Wait a fucking second.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Ooh, that just sounds bad. What does that mean?
It's not always bad when DMs go, ooh. It's just usually bad.
Okay. Roll again. God damn it. That's really starting to get annoying. 31. Let's see if it's as good as the 32. Alright. This
You're
one.
gonna cross another little girl.
You don't cross another little girl, but you do come across something else. So once you get closer to the lake, you do come, while traveling, you come across a woman. Fair, blackish hair, if I remember. Let me double check. Wearing a noble dress. Yes, black hair, a noble dress, yellow and blue.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Out in the middle of nowhere. But
Mm.
But the thing is, as she's traveling, you see that she is surrounded by 7 dwarven miners.
Mm.
Strangely, they're wielding war picks. So you would suspect they're ready for battle, but also to mine, and also having armored as she travels through the woods. Like, she does nod to you all, but doesn't really open conversation.
Can I just,
Hmm.
you know,
I don't know.
insight check?
Oh, okay. Insight check. Natural 20. You would suspect that these dwarves are protecting this young lady. As they travel, the woman is humming. The dwarves are also humming with her.
Hmm.
But nothing strange, really.
Give me a sec.
But Nick, what do you do?
I'll give him a little wave.
The woman waves to you, but doesn't say anything as they pass by.
Hmm. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I don't want to risk anything.
You don't risk fighting 7
No.
dwarven miners.
I'm pretty sure she's a druid. Don't need to risk that.
She's she's a noble. Like, what is she? Yeah, no, she's close to a druid. Yeah. Yeah, no, she's a druid. What is Snow White? She's a druid. Yep. Alright. And you travel on. These are the woods of Disney. Fear them.
I do.
There's a lot more things in here, and I really wished you would have grabbed some other ones, but alright. But you do end up getting to Hosfell. And it took 10 days to do so.
Ooh. Ooh.
So let me mark 10 days on the calendar so I don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Because time's important at the current moment. So, whenever you reach Hosfell, what do you do?
I'd say probably go get her a cart first.
Alright, so quickly, you and Frith do make your way towards the cart.
And we paid for 22 days.
You did. It has been a little less than 22 days.
Better safe than sorry.
Yep. They don't give any of your money back.
I didn't expect them to.
Yeah, no. They will not.
Better to overpay and keep my stuff than underpay and lose everything.
You see that your horses have actually been taken well care of too. Like, they've been brushed down. They're well fed. Like, they're actually in pretty good shape.
Good. Good. Frith has disappeared.
Yep, and she was talking to someone. So, you see a dwarven man. He's like, you're back. So,
Yep.
you're back for your Cardi.
Thank you for keeping everything safe.
No. It's our job.
Still,
I am very sorry about that.
No, you're
No,
good.
life happens. We made it back to the town. And we got
I'm heading to the tanners to see if I could trade this in for an already tanned direwolf pelt.
Okay. So whenever you
And by the way, my computer is finally working. Yay! So I get to roll for myself now.
Alright. So whenever you reach the tanner, an older human, it'll be like,
Wait, is this where I meet Bjorn? Well, not Bjorn. Bjorn needs to change his nickname.
Bjorn is Bjorn. Who are you talking about?
Skedaddle. Who do? Bjorn died.
Whoever the player who played Bjorn is going to be playing next. By the way, the player needs to change his nickname.
Nah.
Or else this is going to get real confusing real quick.
But it is Bjorn. Just undead.
Yeah, you'll never know.
So, okay, where are we currently on the map?
I didn't like that.
Okay, so we're there at Hosterville. So we're probably going to go down to... We're probably going to go over to Odenmar, and then book passage... Actually, no, we're probably going to head over to Lundar, and then head over to
let's go to
Landhard.
Lundar. Let's go to Lunder. I like that place.
So we're probably going to do... How do we do it?
There's a few things that you could do. You could teleport to Lunder. Also a viable option. You could teleport
So,
to Blackport. You could
so we're not gonna. Why the heck is this acting so weird? Okay, so we're not gonna go to Hafendar and then down to Lundar and then over to
Well, there's a few things you could.
Vanguard.
You could do Hosfell, Hongar, to Lender. Take a ship all the way.
Okay, from our experience, how much money would it take to teleport? From like
100,
our experience.
just 100.
That is still
How
a lot of
much?
money.
How much would the ship cost?
Oh, that's a. Let me count out the hexes here.
Because I
See,
currently have exactly 9 gold.
Yeah, that's why you don't. That's why you're not paying for anything. That's why we're gonna make an important.
I could probably, you know what?
No, don't even play that game.
Actually, I'm just gonna look at Nick and say, "Hey, Nick, would you like to buy a necklace?" No, wait, no, this is for someone specific. I need to get some more wood though.
So it would take you about 46 days via boat. Well, no, it'd take you about 30 days via boat. So that'd cost you about for fair, like okay rooms and food, and room for your cart and horses, about 30 gold. And
What
that's
if we
per
were to?
that's per passenger, and then
What if,
20 gold for horses.
is Blackport the only place we could dock, or could we dock in an earlier spot?
You could dock in the Merchant's Cove, Blackwatch. Merchant's Cove is the closest. Merchant's Cove south, not north.
Mm-hmm.
Or could we go
How much would it cost to get to Merchant?
Question, how long would it take for us to just use our cart in order to go from Hotherval through Landguard over,
A long time.
and then
Many
down
days.
A long
Blackwood?
time.
Because it would take,
Long time.
a long time.
Each hex is a
Are
day.
we in a rush? Are we in a rush?
Your characters know. Technically, at the current moment, no.
How long would it take to get to Merchant's Cove South via boat, and how much would it cost difference?
So
Speaking,
it costs about 15 gold per person, and then the same price for carriage and horses. And it'd take about 15 days. So half the
That's
time.
half the cost and half the time.
but we'd be able to take the
That's-
cart though.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I say let's go by boat.
Okay. Okay, sounds fair. Let's head into town then.
Alright. So, for Euphrath at the tanner, a human man, older. Yeah, he looks at you like, here's. How can I help you?
Hi! I got a dire wolf pelt.
Good for you.
I was wondering if you'd be willing to trade.
For what?
Well,
Let's-
I was wondering if there was any already tan pelts that I could trade this one for
Not alright.
with a bit of money. With a bit of money or another bit of trade.
Alright. First, trading. You can't trade an unfinished product for a finished product. That's just not how it works.
Not completely. I'm saying that I understand that, but I'm asking if maybe perhaps if we trade the two of them, let's say this and something else.
What if I give
Maybe
you 5 gold and the new pelt for
That's what I was gonna ask
the
for.
first pelt?
Yeah.
you take all the fun out of it, Nick.
He's not gonna give you the finished pelt for the new pelt with no money and some trinket you're trying to sell him.
I'm not gonna say. You really have no idea how I do things, do you?
Cocaine. She sells cocaine.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Give
could.
him coke.
I have a kilo of
I could sell a
cocaine.
man his own soul.
That's debatable.
If I really tried. If I really tried.
He hands Nick the pelt.
I hand him 5 gold and the new pelt.
Yep. That's your doing business.
Mm-hmm. Here's the tan pelt you want, and I'll throw it
Thank
on
you, and I am gonna take that back to the cart and add that to my pile of furs that I have.
Now to the guards tower because you want to torture people.
Well, first off, I gotta see if they are. First off, I gotta see if they're interested. And besides, this is Estrago. They might already have a person on site for that.
That's true.
You're in the wrong place if you're looking for work. As you go to the guards, hold 1 second.
And I'm gonna keep Nick near me because, again, I may be a terrifying little midget, but I'm also a very not strong midget, and I might, get crushed.
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, so you make it to the barracks. Whenever you reach in, they look at you all like, yeah, it's a Goliath.
I'm just gonna.
What you
I'm
want?
gonna say. I'm gonna. Did I ever learn how to say hello? Did I ever learn a proper reading for a Goliath from Bjorn?
Do you know giant?
Probably not. Huh?
Do you know giant?
No, but I know how to say hello in Giant. Just hello, though.
Like, he looks
Just
at you
hello.
after saying hello in giant. Like, then he starts speaking giant.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, I used to have a. Sorry, my companion used to be a. I used to have a traveling companion who was a Goliath. Unfortunately, and I took lessons from him, but unfortunately, I didn't get all that far in it, so that is basically the only word I know. Very sorry.
Oh. No harm. What you want?
I was wondering if you have a torturer on site.
Yeah. Almost every town does. Mainly because it's not really a torturer, it's a family worker, but they work for one of the clans.
Ah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, every family, every clan has a torturer.
That's good. But that is unfortunate for me.
Yeah,
Pay her
sorry.
a couple coin, let her in, do a little bit of torturing.
You want torture or kill a guy? Which one?
Torture.
Honestly, as long as I get to break someone completely and thoroughly, I'm happy.
Roll persuasion.
Me or Nick?
You.
And can I finish that off with one of my most terrifying smiles I possibly can?
Still roll persuasion. It gives
Okay,
you
I
nothing,
know.
but
I know.
Natural 20. Alright, but fucking lucky. He'll look at you. Alright. You get 10 minutes before the family man gets back. So,
Okay.
do whatever you want to him. He,
Hey, is it alright if I bring Nick in? I am, terrifying as I might be, I unfortunately am not the strongest of beings.
what do you want to do to him?
I'm gonna make him piss his pants with just the right words.
If you want strong,
I'm just a safety precaution.
oh, you for safety? Well, he's tied down.
You never know. People get.
Better safe than sorry, sir. I have experienced that firsthand.
Oh, whatever. Just stay at the door. There you go.
Not a problem for me.
Yeah, you have 10 minutes. Don't go into
I
full
go in.
detail, but as said, because some people don't like torture.
I'm just gonna, just beforehand, I'm just gonna smile and I'm just gonna smile. And I'm just gonna head in. Can I roll my intimidation?
Your smiling
before I
does
start-
not intimidate people. You'll have to do action.
I know. But I'm just happy. So can I just go in and take a quick insight check, just an investigation or insight check, please, just to see?
Go on, roll investigation, really. So, with an 18, you notice the man tied up here. He's elvish. As he's tied down into the chair, you can also see his feet are manacled. And he
Okay.
just looks up to you slowly and be like, and in a language that you do not know, he says something.
Now that is awfully rude, talking to someone in a language you don't understand.
Nick, what languages do you know?
Elvish, Dwarvish, and Common.
You know what he said, because he's saying it in Elvish.
Haha.
Nick?
You see, as he... Well, you don't know that Nick speaks it. That's the thing.
I know that Nick speaks a lot of things. I'm just gonna look at
What?
Nick.
No, I
like,
don't.
Nick.
He doesn't speak...
three.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Three.
I know, but usually I ask other people. If I don't know what's going on, I just look to other people. I ask Bjorn or Nick the same thing.
I speak a lot of languages.
Yeah, we get it. You took the feet or something.
Get it, you took it. Alright. You dingus.
What do you say?
What now? Now they're letting in human things? Great.
I'll reply to him and, hey man, I don't really care what happens to you or what you did. I just don't want to get fed up, stuck with a little girl who's pent up with anger.
Yeah, no, I don't care either. Go ahead,
know.
kill me, have fun. He just lays back and just be like,
Now, you two, it's very rude to talk in a language when someone who doesn't understand it is in the room.
It's funny for you to say.
saying that in Elvish.
But I do not make
Yeah, of
any
course.
pretense about being polite, do I?
No. Anyway, get on with your session.
Okay, and because there are people who do not like torture, I'm just gonna make an intimidation check.
27.
So the door closes behind me, and let's just say there's some very interesting sounds.
Fade to black. Alright. The guy dies around the ending.
Wait, no. Can I make a medicine check quickly just to make sure I don't kill him? That is not my purpose.
Alright.
Not trying to kill him.
Roll medicine.
Ooh, can I use a luck point?
Mm-hmm. Roll medicine.
Okay,
19.
better.
He does not die, but he is stabilized. He is very much at 0 HP. Using your branding iron, you cauterize wounds. So he doesn't bleed out.
Make sure it's as painful as possible,
That's easy.
of course.
Enough. That's easy enough.
Thank you, dear. That was very fun. Have a nice day. Ta-ta. And I leave the room.
Nick, you witness the small child thing torture a person to almost death.
And I have a very satisfied smile. I have a very satisfied aura around. And I do not look
Great.
disturbed in the least.
You learn that you're traveling with an insane person.
No, I knew
They already-
that for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Everyone knows at the moment they meet me.
Well, her first line was like, "Hi, I like torture," and to have to start out with that is not a good sign.
I had to. I had to because I've been told by several people that it's something you should tell people when you meet them, so they are not under a false impression.
Yeah, smart, actually. But.
And besides, I find that a lot of people don't normally believe me when I say that. Or at the very least, don't understand just the degree of how nuts I am.
So, while also in Hofsfeld, what do you all do after exiting the guards' barracks?
What time of day is it?
Reaching around now, it's close to 5.
5. I'd say I'd go to the bar and grab food.
Before we
Really kinda
leave,
bored.
I'm just gonna go to one of the guards and say, he isn't dead, but you might want to check on him or else he might be very soon.
Good. I was kind of thinking you'd kill him. Whatever.
Oh no, it's far more fun when they're left alive and they have to live with the things that I've done to them.
Yeah.
You won't be alive for
Even
much
if,
longer.
Yeah. Won't be
even if it's just for a little while.
Yeah. He's
Even
gonna
if it's
get
just for
there.
a little while, just having to dwell in their own head is far more precious torture than people give it credit for.
Well,
That's what your life said, Tony.
you're a sadistic little fuck, you know that? You
I
small
smile
child.
and then I have the trait actor. Can I just say, can I just use, I've hung around with Bjorn for a very long time. I'm just gonna use actor and just say in the most demonic voice possible, well, of course I am. And then I leave.
What's your languages? You could roll performance.
And I say that in Orcish.
Wait a minute. You're saying it in an. Wait a second.
Actually, no, I'll just say it in common. And I just say it in the most demonic voice I possibly can.
Okay. So demonic sounding with the 26. He's like,
And I just give the most demented smile possible.
all right, strange child. Have fun.
Halfling, actually. Half halfling.
I said child.
I look like a child the most.
Yep.
Half halfling, actually.
That's.
But
You think I care?
Yep. Yep. It's very clear. That's the other guard. It's just. Yeah, no, we really don't care about race here. Everyone's the same here. Unless you're a slave. Then you're not. Then you're proper.
well, that's good. Anyway, if you want to get any more information out of him, I'd go in there soon. He's stabilized, but he might die of shock.
Oh no, there's no information we want from him. We just want him dead. So literally tomorrow we're gonna kill him. Just, if you wanted to get your rocks off, that's what we helped you with. Happy to help.
Hmm. Well, thank you. That was very nice of you. Have a nice day.
Hey, you too.
And I leave.
Start pouring out more alcohol, because that's what they do in their free time. Drink. And yeah.
Which is a very, very good pastime.
So as you all head towards the bar.
Oh, actually, have we stopped at the cart yet?
Yes.
Well, I grabbed my 6 trinkets because I have 6 really good trinkets, which is about 26 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go out and try to sell them in because I know this is a Strago, but I'm gonna go try to find a place I'm gonna look for a place in town where it looks like I might be able to sell them.
Roll investigation first. So let's see if you can find a place.
Can I have Nick help me with this?
Nick said he's already went to the bar.
Yeah, as soon as you were talking to them, I went to the bar because I want
Okay,
food and drink and a place to stay.
Mm-hmm. You think you find an okay spot.
Okay. I sit down, keep an eye out for people who might threaten or steal from me, and I just try to sell my trinkets at a reasonable price.
Alright, so now roll persuasion. See if you can get anyone's attention.
That performance?
Not performance, persuasion. You're trying to persuade people into buying things. Well, 19. You think you're able to sell 2 things. They all. Let's see how much they're willing. What were the exact rolls for these, if you remember?
For really good, they're not quite 20s, but they should be about somewhere in the 15 to 19 range.
Okay. So, for selling 2 of them, you make fairly nice gold of making 24 gold pieces for 2 of them.
Okay. And there's actually a couple of symbols of the Toro in there.
Torog.
Yeah, just 2 of them.
Or the
Probably
Crawling King. Like, you could also call him by that. That is also a name.
The Crawling King. There's 2 of them that have symbols of the Crawling King on them.
Okay.
But
They're the ones that
But
get
so
bought.
they're the ones that got bought?
Yeah.
Okay.
You suspect Torog might be a favored god in Astrago.
Fair. And I grew up with imagery for my entire life because I grew up with Master Erlich, so I'm actually fairly good at making stuff for him.
Oh, yeah.
I'll remember that if I ever come back. Anyway, I pack up the rest of my trinkets and I head back.
Alright. So, while she's off doing that, Nick, you make your way to the bar.
Oh.
So, what do? You enter the bar. It's actually fairly nice. A fairly large fireplace. Lights most of the entire bar, like everywhere inside. Multitude of people here: humans, dwarves, Goliaths. You can actually see like 2 halflings and like 2 gnomes just playing cards in the corner. It's really weird. We normally don't see gnomes around in Astrago.
So, okay.
For you, you're still selling things. Because it took you about an hour to sell those 2 things. So Nick more or less has an hour of RP time in quotations to himself.
You can bring me in whenever you want.
Don't worry about that. I got
Well,
you.
while he's doing that, I'm gonna go up and go get a drink. While you guys do that.
Frith, you're selling things.
No,
right
no,
now.
she means in out of character. She's gonna.
Oh, okay. I get you now.
Bjorn
What?
is not your.
Bjorn is not your name.
I'm just saying.
imposter.
Bye, Bjorn. Bye, Nick. Be back in a.
Bjorn's
Okay.
not your name. You're an imposter.
Haha, he died long ago. You know, skedaddle, skedoodle, Bjorn died.
But as you enter the bar, yeah, it's populated. You could see there is a half-orc at the counter. I'm mixing drinks and pouring them out. He's like looking over and like, how can I help you?
What have you got on tap?
I got a lot of things. What's your preferred brew?
Something strong.
That's easy enough. You see as he grabs a mug and just pours it. Like, it's thicker than you would expect. As you see it just slowly pour out, and he hands it to you. You'll probably like it.
Can I recognize this drink?
You roll history.
History. I have brewing supplies.
Yeah.
If you...
Roll roll wisdom?
Wisdom? Oh, I like that a lot more.
Just wisdom.
No, I don't, apparently. The two opposites.
Ah, duality. So you don't know what
but
this
you
is.
still fucking fail.
You think it's ale as you look at it, but for some reason it might be whiskey.
It might also be rum.
It could be rum. It could be vodka for some reason.
I
Whatever it is.
Off day.
This is some pretty good shit.
Yeah, it looks weird.
It might actually
I'll
just be
take a
poison.
sip.
It could be poison.
Yeah. Some weird looking water.
Yeah.
They just got it out of a fucking mud puddle out back.
Maybe. Do you take a sip of this brew?
Yeah, I'll take a sip of this brew.
It is good. It's a strange mixture of herbs, spices, but it has a hot twang to it. Not the burning of alcohol, just hot, like a hot food. It's like really weird, but it's good as it goes down your throat. And you,
Okay.
after that, you could feel the kick of it finally set in as the alcohol burn starts to go. It's pretty good.
Alright.
I call it
Yeah,
Morning
so-
Star.
I run a bar down in London. Would you be willing to share the recipe if you get a share of the profits from said drink?
I won't share the recipe, but I can send you barrels.
That's fine by me.
Alright. Now we'll work on
How much per
paperwork then.
barrel?
Yeah. He scratches his head. He takes a while to make. That's the one downside. I'd say close to 50 gold a barrel. And then everyone died.
Correct. We all did die.
Yes. I thought I was hitting the push to talk button.
No.
I was not. How much do you averagely charge for said drink?
Per cup?
Per cup.
mug? I normally charge about 5 silver depending on what you want from it. The barrels are fairly large and normally make a profit of about 10 to 20.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do personal gain, but yeah, I'd say we have a deal. Of course, I'd like to consult with my business partner before I make any guarantee.
Sure.
But I guarantee he would also enjoy this, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem.
You know my face, and he holds out his hand, and now you know my name. It's Rolnick.
I'll shake his hand. Nick Fleming.
Pleasure. If you got one of them fancy pages you can get from the Mages Guild, you can just send me a message from that, and I'll write back to you as soon as possible.
Will do.
And you know the Mages Guild sells pages of sending. They're fairly cheap.
Alright. I'll be sure to remember if the world is still going.
I hope so.
It probably won't be.
No, it probably won't be. Yeah, so after that, I'd probably... how much for a room?
A room? How good of a room you looking for?
A room for the night. 2 rooms, more likely.
Doubled or just singles?
It's probably singles.
Alright.
Actually, Nick, out of
Mhm.
character, Just grab one room and I'll just sleep on the floor.
You don't
Nope,
know this.
I don't.
Ooh, out of character.
I'm getting 2 rooms.
You know Frith doesn't sleep alone in a room, right?
I don't
He's just there
because,
with everyone.
believe it or not, we've been in contact for the in character for like a month at most.
Yeah. And he doesn't sleep in everyone's room, so that's the thing. He normally sleeps alone, so he doesn't know everyone's private room life.
I
So-
presume like a normal person.
Oh, well, then you're about to
As
get
you
a
do.
lesson tonight.
So that cost you about gold and 5 silver each, so 1 gold piece for 2 rooms.
Yeah, I'll give him a gold piece. I'll give him 2 gold pieces, actually.
All right. Well,
Pay
thank
for
you.
the drink as well, but keep the tip.
Well, thank you.
Good drink
either
deserves a good tip.
But yeah, out of character, Frith either sleeps in the cart or she sleeps in someone else's room.
The more you know, because you don't.
Indeed.
So Nick, as you sit down, take a peek around the room, there's a few odd characters, but one really sticks out as a character formerly known as Braun, or Bjorn, not Braun. Whoops, wrong character. Bjorn.
Wrong character.
Yes.
Describe your character.
He's a man in some sort of weird clothing. Never seen it before. That's for damn sure. It's nothing like the regalness of the noble class, and it's nowhere near as cheap made as you would find the peasantry wearing.
It looks like Mollymawk, you're saying.
I'm saying it looks like a suit from the 1920s, baby.
Oh,
Oh, I love the Roaring Twenties. One of my favorite decades to study.
yes.
But yeah, no,
The
he's sitting there
plague.
with what is akin to a nice little fedora, just sitting there.
All right. Well,
Yes, this is as weird as you think it is. Oh, by the way, he's just sipping some tea. Well,
does he do I see any weapons on him?
You see a little bulge in the suit jacket, and that looks sort of like a dagger, but other than that, it's hard to tell. Oh, and one more thing. Up against the seat he's sitting, there's actually a stick, a pretty gnarled looking stick.
A walking cane. You have a walking cane next to you.
Yeah, sort of.
All right. Well,
More like a
seeing as you
staff
are
than a
easily one of the most interesting looking people my character has ever seen. I will. What race are you? Did you say human?
human.
Okay. Yeah, since you're definitely one of the more interesting looking humans I've ever come across, I will definitely walk over to your table.
He'll. I wish to God I could. I wish I had fucking a spell in which I could use to generate a newspaper. Just that would be fucking hilarious as fuck. Guess I could use minor illusion to do
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say minor illusion.
Yeah, sure. I'll use minor illusion to generate fucking a newspaper that I'm gonna read. And then when you get close, I'm gonna close it and look at you.
Hello there, good sir.
Howdy there, Nick Fleming. How are you?
Ooh, I don't like that.
We do not know his name.
Oh, what? I don't. Damn it.
No.
Aw. I thought I would know all about them because I've been fucking having to work with them.
No.
Damn.
You know absolutely
old.
nothing about us, and you have to learn from scratch, and Frith is gonna be suspicious as fuck of you.
Yeah.
Because I thought, okay, never mind.
Because
Scratch
you've
that.
worked with blood hunters a lot.
No. Or we'll scratch that off the record entirely. I thought my fucking master would have told me all your fuckers' names.
Nope. He's gonna keep
well,
that shit.
It depends on what school your master thinks I'm from.
No, I'm not a blood hunter.
I know, but still.
Well, okay. We'll scratch that last statement off the record. I'll just sip some tea and nod to you.
What are you doing in this What kind establishment?
I believe I'm waiting for you.
And why would you assume that?
A person told me to come here and wait.
And why would they have told you that?
Apparently, I'm supposed to be working with you from here on out.
May I ask your name then, since you know we're supposed to be working together?
You can call me Bahul. I'm a bit of a priestly man, though I may not look it.
Well, I am Nick Fleming. I
Yes.
presume since you were told to come work with us, you know my general profession.
Yes, sort of, I believe. You're one of the more frontline types, I take.
That I am.
And I believe there's supposed to be a girl with you.
Yeah, she was recently torturing someone, so she is somewhere. Or stealing.
At least she's used to blood. Anyways, should we get on our way then? You wish to finish your drink here first, or
Well, I plan to stay the night
Um,
before we head down to London.
When will I come in?
It'll be a little bit. Due to, at this
Okay.
point, you're just setting up your shop.
Okay, because I'm just starting to get antsy and I really want to come in.
Okay.
But I can wait.
So, Nick, do you know what's happening?
Generally, in the world, not
Yeah,
really. I
generally.
don't pay much attention.
Wait, has the meteor started yet?
The meteors have just started, only once, but they're a natural occurrence. Due to the multiple moons, meteors do happen.
But do I know that there's something special about these meteors?
Not yet. You haven't got full information. He's withholding
just
some things.
Know generally which, like, the world shall end soon.
You know that things are happening, and if things don't stop, things might go bad real quick.
Well, you see, Nick, my employer, my contract, he has some sort of interest in something here or there. I can't get you much into specifics, but apparently, I need to work with you to change quite a few things. And if I can't, something bad for both of us might happen.
And that being?
I don't know. Just that I think you'll find it quite bad.
Well, I would most likely be inclined to believe then. So, what's the...
Anyways,
where do we need to head for you then?
For you, you know that the most likely place that might cause the second set of things to come are in the hills, fairly close by. So
We actually need to be going pretty close, don't we? It seems my master was kind enough to put me upon the path way ahead of time. We need to be going to the nearby hill. Does these cells have a specific name?
say that again, please.
Do these cells have a specific name?
They do not. The mountain range is known as the Tombsar Spires, but the hills itself are a minor part of the Tombsar Spires.
Do I know roughly where they are at? Or where we need to be going?
Yes, you know the general area. Let me mark it on your map, adventurer. So, right along the black line, see that big black dot? About the size of a town?
Hearn Waller.
I'll turn it yellow.
Hang on 1 second.
Right under her Warham. Bjorn Warham.
Ah, okay, so on the road.
Not on the road. That is a
Oh, it's
border
right.
line.
Off the side of the road.
Yep. A few days off.
Alright. Anyways, yes, we're supposed to be going to some hill or some sort. It doesn't mean. Well, let's just saying stopping whatever it is that's supposed to start.
Then I guess it is quite important. What are your abilities, since you will be traveling with us?
I can show you my abilities. In fact, I could show you who I work for.
Fine by me.
You know what I'm gonna do, don't you, DM?
I do.
Yeah, baby. So I take it you willingly failed the saving throw?
Yeah.
So what were you doing 10 minutes ago? Actually, no.
Drinking.
Let's make it 15.
Drinking.
Okay.
Talking with the bartender about very important business stuff.
Okay. So what happens is while you're talking to the bartender, right? You still hear his voice, but you blink, and he's gone. You look around, everyone in the room is gone. You blink again, you're outside. One more time, you're out in the forest. It's now nighttime. You look around and you see the moon. It's there. You blink one more time, it's gone, hidden behind a shroud of cloud. It's back now. It's around 15 times the size it was. It takes up almost the entire night sky, and you feel it looking directly at you, Nick.
Fun.
And don't worry, Nick, it loves you. You know that. It cares about you. Really desperately. It wants to protect you and every living being on this planet. And all it needs is for someone to sacrifice. Well, not, sacrifice their lives. Well, yes, I think you understand what I mean. I mean, after all, you can still hear the discussion going on in the back of your head, but this is what you see. And over a while, your arms start to raise up, as if you're trying to embrace the moon. After all, a being that loved you so much, you can not help but love it back. And after a while, you blink once more, and you're back sitting with me, looking into my eyes. Well, actually, you open your eyes again. And I'm just sitting there, sipping on my tea.
So you serve the moon.
Roll a d20 plus 5.
Who?
Me or?
You, Nick. See if you save. Not that, something else. Probably will. But you never know.
I did my best to shield you from what my master actually is.
No, needed a 10. Alright, you're fucking lucky. Alright.
One lower and you would have been fucked.
He would have gotten insanity.
Fantastic.
You would have gained an insanity, but you know.
That just made him fit in even better with our group.
Yeah, sadly. That's true.
I mean, my character's
Honestly,
perfectly
I'm kind of
sane now.
sad. Can you give me insanity points anyway?
No, I don't.
I mean, my character's perfectly sane now.
It took him a few years.
Just a few years to understand
Nick,
everything.
Nick, do you have an insanity point? Wait, I should probably have an insanity point or a much lower sanity score.
Yeah.
Currently...
Your sanity, well, no, you're sane. That's the thing. But for you, sanity and sane are very different things compared to Bjorn. Or not
Bjorn.
Well, Bjorn is dead, so, you know.
Yeah, Bjorn was...
technically.
Bjorn already had... Bjorn was a little crazy too.
Yeah, to Bahul. Like, things change. And Bahul's sanity, Nick's sanity, and your sanity are three very different things.
Oh, by the way, sitting next to you is this weird-looking humanoid cat thing. It's green.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
stares at you.
Hmm.
DM, what am I currently up to?
Right now, you're about halfway through selling your items.
Dang it.
All right then.
I actually don't have that many damaging spells, surprisingly. I need more.
Oh.
I don't even think I have all my No, I don't even have all my spells. God damn it. Like half my spells I have in my spell list are from the spells I got from my class.
Zoinks. Well, as
I just
time-
got.
Oh, go on.
Oh no.
As the night goes, Nick, you're rattled. It's not the first time that you've stared at a very large moon, because you've been to Purgatory, and the moon there is very much large and on fire, which strangely resembles the moon in the vision. It's very weird, actually. It's actually funny weird, but
I don't think that was intentional.
it's not.
It's not intentional.
It's very funny though, of just how they actually look very similar.
The only difference is my moon isn't on fire.
Yeah.
My moon is more fleshy,
Fleshy moon.
like veins on the surface. But like, yeah, I think you understand.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
But as you just sit there and be like, no, I'm gonna keep on drinking my drink. Because you fought back that lovely insanity that you would have got.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun to have insanities. But as time goes, Frith, you finally do make it back into the bar.
Okay, I look around to see if I can find Nick.
You do see Nick. Nick is just sitting at a table with some random dude.
I go up to them and I go, "Yo, Nick." I just look at the other guy and I'm like, "Did you pick up a stray?"
This is someone we'll be working with.
I know.
for a short
Why?
time before because there's
Oh.
something important we supposedly must stop, and I'd rather not have the bar destroyed.
Oh, I see.
I love how I
Hmm.
base all of my life decisions on, I hope my bar is not gone.
Listen, it's a building that I had to pay for. I'm presuming I had to pay a loan to a bank. And that mortgage is going to be gone soon. I don't want to risk that being all for naught.
It's true. Like, it's the
I
funny
see.
truth.
I see. In that case, I suppose I should do the test.
Not. I don't advise it with this one.
Oh please, I went into the mind of a warforged once. It was a very interesting. It was a very interesting time. Hello.
Hi there.
What is your name?
You can call me Bahul.
What?
Bahul. That is what you can call me.
Bapool.
Bahul.
Bahul.
Bafool? The fool.
The fool.
I am a bit of a fool, but not in that regard, no.
Not a terrible.
Can I just call you Pooh? Poe? Can I call you Poe?
No.
Yarn, actually, can you just write it down quickly for me, please?
He takes out a little paper. He scribbles it down in perfect cursive.
Changes his name on Roll20.
Bahul. There you go.
And
Bapool. Bahul? Bahul.
Correct.
Jewel.
I do enjoy my jewels, but unfortunately my master's cut me off from them.
Pulls out like 16 vape pens. I love my jewels. Each a different flavor.
Bahul. Is that right? Bahul?
Correct.
Okay, Bahul. If you're gonna work with us, we have to do a bit of a test.
Okay.
She wants to
There
do
are a
the
few
test. I
rules to
couldn't
it,
care
however.
less.
There is a few rules, however. One, you're not allowed to maim, attack, or completely try to destroy my entire being when I'm done.
Don't worry, I won't.
And two, you're not trying to keep purposely destructive to my entire being thoughts away from the front of your mind.
Oh, I don't hate you, dear.
And I look at him and I just use my medallion.
Oh, detect thoughts. So, Bahul, what do you want her to see?
What do you want her to see, DM?
What
I'm
do
not gonna
I?
go purposely scrounging. I'm just gonna go through
Oh, it
surface
doesn't
talk.
matter.
Yeah, no, it really
The one
doesn't.
One thing I'll tell you is that every thought is in a different language.
So, Frith, as you start poking around in this lovely little mind, you do hear just random
Surface
languages.
thoughts.
Yeah. You
Just surface thoughts.
start hearing.
Surface thoughts, just things to grasp bits of your personality with.
You
I'm
start,
gonna do an insight check when I'm done.
Okay. You start hearing voices. Like, it's his voice, but in different languages. Just going through. Every once in a while, you might hear a different word, but they're not consistent. And they're just random words. Thoughts. Every once in a while, you'll get a flash. Night skies. A beautiful moon. But nothing good. You feel like something is jumbling the mind, but not to the point to where he can't think. He can think perfectly, but something is warping his brain, warping his thoughts to where one can't read them. At least not accurately. You feel like you might need to go deeper to actually get something.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna go leave a bit deeper. Effectively, I'm forcing her to go deeper into my head. Don't create a gate unless you expect me to use it as well.
Alright.
Well, this actually
I'm
wouldn't
just-
be me.
I'm just like grasping surface thoughts, just trying to see if he's like a threat to us specifically. Because dangerous is fine.
The thing is, you don't sense danger. You sense unknowns. You sense random. You sense nothing.
And you're about to go a little bit deeper, too.
Yep. So as you're going in, you start seeing more clearly. The voices are in a language you don't know.
So not goblin, not Arkish. Got it.
No, they're guttural, alien, in the sense of anything that you've heard before, you haven't heard it before. It's like a mixture of all but none. As the first thing you see is an eye, but it's massive. And it's looking
I see a
at
what,
you.
but I see a what? I
An
didn't hear that.
eye. Like an eyeball. But it's massive.
Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna try to pull out.
You can. It lets you.
I'm just gonna back out a bit. Just try to back out of his mind as much as possible without actually leaving.
Roll a d20. Plus 5. No, for you it'd be plus 4. Yeah, no, you don't have a 20. Wonderful.
Don't try and leave.
Let me find it. I had it somewhere. I had to get rid of it due to someone got rid of the book, but I hope I still have it laying around somewhere. Oh, I love it whenever someone fails this roll. Oh, makes me feel all warm.
That sounds bad.
Makes me feel all warm and cozy inside.
Makes me. God damn! I cannot do Kermit the Voice Frog tonight.
I wasn't even doing Kermit. I was just doing strange.
It sounded like Kermit.
Oh.
It sounded like that one video where he's singing the song to the children, and he's like, "Shut up, Billy! Shut up!"
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right.
My wife is a pig, Billy.
Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for Kermit. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Now, Frith, I need you to roll a D500. 1D500,
Oh.
please.
Oh, fucking great.
Indeed.
How do I roll a D1, D100?
Do
D500.
Do that. Just without the period. See, there you go. Great minds think alike. Ooh, this stuff's gonna be real funny. Just depending on what you roll. 1, 7, 8. Huh. Okay.
That is not a good noise.
That's a different one. Alright. Alright. Nothing happens. You feel different after seeing this thing. Also, I'll add it to your character sheet now, since it's actually important.
Is it in bio?
No. Here, just keep it on that page.
On core? Where will it be?
Yep. You see it now? It's right below your flaws.
Flaws?
Right beside Lucky.
Oh, fudge.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
Actually, that's not much different, is it?
No, it dropped by 2.
Mm.
Big difference. That makes.
So, what exactly does that pertain to Frith?
Whenever things like that you see again, you need to make another roll for, you'll have a lower chance to succeed. And the more and more you lose, the more and more things you gain. Are they good? Are they bad? Who knows?
What matters is that they're beautiful.
So what did I gain this time? I just lost 2?
Yeah, you just lost 2 and you gained something that you can't feel. You don't know what you have, but you have it. You just feel like
And
you feel like water. Water. It's connected to water. You don't know why, but water.
something's connected to water. Got it.
Yes.
I'm just gonna pull back out of his mind, look at him, just blink twice, and go, "You have a very interesting mind."
Oh, I'm sure you do too.
Oh yes, it is actually. I have quite enjoyed my mind. Giant eyeballs.
No. It's quite normal size for him.
Compared to me, however, it is quite large.
Oh, it's all relative, I assure you. So what, you want to spend the night here before leaving and going?
That is the plan, yes.
I suppose I can spare a night.
I already have 2 rooms for the both of us.
Well, then fine. Oh, by the way, DM, speaking of which, I never got my magic items.
Ah. Look, sorry. So, you're not what most would think.
I'm just gonna go over to Nick and just say, I have this weird feeling, and I need to talk to you about it.
I'm got a feeling.
Alright. Do you want to go to your room? We can go to my room, or we can go outside.
I just look at Nick sideways and I say, Nick, I never sleep in a room alone, ever. I either sleep in the cart or I sleep in someone else's room.
These are things I did not know.
Well, you're gonna have to know them now since Bjorn is.
That is
Ah.
fine. Yeah. I love him. I love you.
Congratulations, it's your turn to take care of the crazy halfling. You didn't have to know
that
this stuff
started
before
as soon
because
as I
someone else
joined
took
the
care of it.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bjorn
Alright,
was mostly
so
the one who took care of it.
Alright, well, I guess you can stay in my room. I'll go up to Bahul. Well, you do not need to pay for a room because apparently we have an extra.
More than fine by me. I shall make sure you get paid back eventually.
It's just 5 silver.
Still, I don't like having debts.
It's a gift.
I'm just gonna go up to Nick and say, I don't think that works the same. A
It
debt is a
does.
debt, right?
Nope, it's not a debt.
Doesn't
Plain and
matter if you
simple.
think it isn't. It matters if he thinks it is. And if he thinks it is a debt, then it doesn't really matter what you think.
He's just back reading the newspaper again.
Well, I'll give I presume we got room keys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Yes.
would have given you keys.
Yeah, so I'll give Bahul one of the room keys.
He not.
DM, is it probably what time? Is it about 6 at this point?
It's about 6:30 now.
I'd probably get some food.
All right. You get food. What do you order?
I don't know. What is on the menu? I guess.
Almost any meat that you would think of. There isn't no menu. Isn't no menu. Yeah, there we go. That's the good English.
Yes.
There's
Yeah,
no menu.
I'm good. I'm not gonna eat anything because I'm feeling a little bit nauseous for my brain jump. Just a little nauseous, so I'm just gonna drink some water or watered down ale. One of the two.
I don't know. I'd probably get a nice slab of ham. With potatoes and gravy. Oh man, I'm making myself hungry for ham and potatoes.
So, you get yourself some delicious food.
He's nuts. So Nick,
Mm-hmm.
I think I may have screwed up a little bit.
What'd you do?
Well, I feel like I might have lost something and gained something else when I came out of Buell's head.
First off, I warned you to not go into his head.
When have I ever listened to anybody
That's a fair point. Bjorn.
Besides, Bjorn. But anyway, when have I listened to anyone?
That's again fair point, but what do you mean you lost something?
My mind feels like someone just rattled it and like there's pieces that are floating about.
Like you're having
And
memory
water.
problems?
I feel water. I don't know why I feel water, but there's something connected to water. There's something to do with water. So I lost something and I gained something else.
So you don't know? Do you know what you lost? Is it something important?
it feels important. It's what it feels like is something went into my brain and shook it. Maybe took something from there. Like, not a memory. I still have. Doesn't feel like there's an empty spot in that area or my
How would
thoughts.
you
It
know?
just feels like. Well, it doesn't feel like it, but it just feels like someone rattled around in my brain, and now there's pieces not connected to other pieces. It's like that.
Hmm. Well,
Remember how I keep joking about being crazy? Because
hmm.
well, I might have lost that.
Hmm.
I think. Maybe. Possibly. I'm not sure.
I think you should just go drown yourself and see what happens.
And there's
something.
apparently a voice telling me to go drown myself.
Oh, I think you should. Ooh.
Might be a good idea. You never know.
You should go in the water and just stop moving.
See what happens.
Yeah. I'm actually hearing this, or this just you guys being jerks.
Both.
Yeah, a bit of both. Ooh.
Okay, so apparently I have a voice in my head that keeps telling me to go drown myself.
Well, you don't really need to drown yourself, but do something with water. Trying to hint at something.
I'm drinking water right now. Can I just focus on it, just really intently? Because I just know there's something to do with water, so I'm just staring at it intently.
As you focus on the water, nothing happens. You just feel like you have something. You feel like you could do something with water. But as you're drinking the water and focusing on it, nothing happens.
I think I might need to stop by a lake
You are literally
later.
at a lake town. This town is very
I
much
think
on
we
the
might need to go over to the lake before we go to bed tonight.
Alright. Do you want to do that real quick?
Yeah. Just nip this in the bud before something bad happens. Cause also, can you swim?
Yeah.
Great, cause I can't.
Would actually help.
I grew up in the middle of Astrago. When was I ever gonna learn how to swim?
Not Astrago, Uglon Empire.
No, Udon. I grew up in the middle of
Uglon.
Uglon.
There you go.
There wasn't a lake near my town. Niso was in the middle of a forest.
There were
It's still in
ponds.
the middle of a forest.
There were ponds, but not a lake.
Alright, let's go to the lake real quick then.
Okay, so I
shall
head over
follow
to
them.
the.
If possible.
You can.
So I'm gonna go over to the lake and I'm just gonna sit. Is there a dock or a beach?
There's a dock.
Okay, I'm just
Before
gonna
you
go.
do anything, I'm gonna tie a rope around your waist and tie it to something solid. So if
Before
you
he
try and
does
go
that,
out,
I'm gonna shrug off my bear cloak. I'm gonna fold my bear cloak up and I'm gonna take my faded red cloak off.
Don't worry about it. She'll be fine.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll just.
maybe.
I can't swim.
Oh, don't worry. Nothing bad will happen.
So yeah, I'm gonna take off my bear cloak, my faded red cloak, and my necklace from my Serio's necklace and the pieces that I made for Sasuke but never got.
Alright.
And I'm just gonna look at the water, focus on it, and just maybe put my toe in.
Put your toe
Are you,
in.
try-
Nothing happens.
are you trying to do something like this? I say and make the water do some weird shape.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do that.
Nothing happens.
Hmm.
Well,
You're not really good
the
at
voice
magic,
says I should
you know.
stop moving. Nick,
Yes.
if I don't come up in a few minutes, pull me up, and I'm just gonna jump into the water.
Alright. Question. Do you jump into the water, then hold your breath, or do you hold your breath, then jump into the water?
Then hold my breath.
So jump into the water, then hold your breath.
You
I've never
jump into
swum
the
before.
water.
So,
You
alright.
jump in.
So, you jump into the water,
I've
then
never
hold your
swum
breath.
before. I have no idea how to do this.
Well, alright. Would your character hold their breath, go, then hop into the water, or would they jump into the water, then hold their breath?
The second.
You do
They're
know.
like, oh shit, this is probably something I should do.
Okay. So, as you hop into the water, then hold your breath, nothing happens. You're just in the water, slowly sinking. Just be like,
Okay.
so what's your con score? Trying to question.
My con is -1.
So once you hop in, you hold, because you can't hold your breath long. Like, it's literally, if you have a 10, it's a minute. You have -1, you can't hold it for a minute. You can't hold it for shit. So you jump
Don't you
in.
see-
Yeah, you see as she just hops into the water and just starts sinking, and then bubbles.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use shape water to slowly bring her back to the surface.
It's gonna be slow.
Well, what I could do is I could technically just throw
Am I
Pulling on the
drowning?
rope.
Am I drowning?
You are drowning. Like,
I'll pull her.
Okay,
I'll pull
I'm
on
gonna
the
start
rope
flailing
get
and
her
try
up.
to push myself back up to the top of the water.
okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Actually, I'd say more athletic. She's just forcefully
That's
done.
true. Yeah. Still, no matter what she would have got, a 14 does it. So you're actually able to wave your hands enough to where you're up and you're breathing, and just like, and then you start
Okay.
sinking once
I
again.
like to imagine deep enough for her
Okay.
to not be able to touch the bottom and have her head above water.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Just, but, oh, Jesus. She looks up at everyone.
I'm just gonna cough up the water that I did swallow and just go, okay, apparently I didn't get gills.
No, that's not how swimming works.
Okay, anything happened that has to do with water besides that?
Nope.
Anything happened?
Nope.
Okay, focus on the water. I'm just gonna close my eyes and just focus. Just try to figure it out.
Nothing. Nothing
Hmm.
happens.
Dang it, I know it has to do with water.
Can I use detect thoughts to try and figure out what the fuck she needs to do?
You could,
Yeah, because I imagine it's probably like deep within her subconscious.
yeah. So go ahead.
Because I know it has to do with water.
So,
So yeah. Oh, whoops. What the
And I
fuck?
let him do it because, frankly, I've already had one mind invade. I already invaded his mind, and I'm really just... My mind's a little bit rattled right now and kind of
What the-
fluidy. So he could probably just go in without much hassle.
That's not the right. Oh, god damn. That's the wrong spell. That's Dissonant Whispers that I fucking had under Detect Thoughts.
good job.
Isn't that fucking smart of me? Here,
So
I'll
it's the same, and she's letting it happen. So as you go in, you can see the eye. Like, oh no, that's your master, all right. As you just sense the feeling water. Something water. At walking on water. But she has to do something to walk on water. And she's not doing it. And then
Which
you
is...
come out.
do I get any other feeling around that?
It's just that she can walk on water, but she's not doing it right. She has to do something before she can walk on water.
Is there a like beach area where the water just like there's a slope down to the water instead of just a dock?
There is, but it's not the best.
So I'm starting to sink again because I'm starting to get tired because I still have a constitution of -1.
I'm going to make a
So-
bunch of ice appear under you to stop you from falling. We're sinking.
I'm just gonna go, Nick, pull me out, please.
I will pull on the rope.
Alright.
And I just get pulled out of the water and my dress is soaking wet.
I'll use prestidigitation to dry you off.
And my leather apron I actually didn't take my leather apron before jumping off, so you can see that I have this leather apron on underneath my red cloak and my bear cloak, and it has these stains on it, dark stains.
You know it's what. You read her mind. You know that she's a torturer. Very much so.
Yeah, so yeah, very bright clothes. I have a very bright cloak dress on. It's very old, very worn, but it's made of like varying shades of red, orange, and some blues, like a fire.
What I can tell you is this, girl. My master's given you a gift. You can walk on water. Well, in such
Maybe.
a... No, you can. You just are not doing it right.
Well, it's not exactly like I've always been able to walk on water and have an instruction book now, is it?
Well, I used to not be able to walk on water too, but I figured it out my first.
Mmm.
Let me show you. I'll just freeze the water under me and take a step onto it.
As you freeze the water.
It's a 5 foot by 5 foot cube, by the way,
Yeah.
so it can support my weight.
It's supported, but slowly it does start to sink as you're still. You might be floating on water. But.
Okay.
It
Mm.
was.
And I'm just gonna look at Nick and say, Nick, I'm gonna try this
Yes.
again.
Um,
So I'm just gonna go up to the end of the dock and just not jump in, just try to just completely believe with all my heart that I can walk on water and just put my foot on the top of the water. Like I would step onto a floor.
You put your foot on the water. It sinks.
And I pull it back out.
Alright. Your foot is wet.
mm,
You are also
Okay.
very cold. Due to this is her you're in hospital. It is cold.
Mm.
So you're a bit chilly.
Good thing I took my boots off before I did that. Wait, no, I'm a Lightfoot. I don't have shoes. Great. So good. I'm not wearing any shoes. Great. Don't own any. Except for boots for when it's really cold, and I took those off a while ago.
Yeah. You still can't walk on water for some reason.
it's crazy. Maybe I have to teach her how to swim. That's gotta be it.
GM, can I try some?
Yep.
I approach. She's at the end of the dock, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tell her, hold your breath.
I hold my breath.
Alright. As he pushes you, you land on the water. And don't sink. You're now walking on water as you're holding your breath. And with your -1, you immediately you start sinking again because you can't hold your breath. You got the best but the worst because you have no con. That's funny. You just start to sink again. So you learn how you can do it.
I like the idea. She does max into it like concrete, and then just slowly starts sinking.
Yep.
And I just get pulled back out, and I'm like, okay, so apparently I need someone to help me fix the fact that I have the worst, that I have the worst constitution in the world because I always get sick. Great. Blech.
It's just that you were never able to hold your breath for a long time. It's because of that. You feel like if you could hold your breath longer, you could probably actually walk on water for a time.
Okay, is there any way to train myself to be able to hold my breath longer?
Whenever you level up and you get an ability score improvement, put it all in con.
Okay, that's probably a good idea because my con is -1.
Yep.
I mean, let's be honest here. Let me see. We're level 11. That means you'll gain 11 points of hit HP as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably a good thing considering I am a small, weak little thing and I need all the constitution I can get.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, let's continue then.
Actually, I'm gonna just look at Nick. I'm just gonna shake off my foot, put my cloaks and my jewelry back on. I'm just gonna go head over to the Mages Guild quickly. You guys head to your guys' room. Just tell me what room. Nick, what room are we in?
It's a small room. I'll leave the door open.
Okay, thank you. And I'm just gonna head off to the Mages Guild.
Let's go.
So you walk to the Mages Guild. It's about 8:30 now. 'Cause you spent a while learning what you can do with water. Also, I'll add what you have in bio. I'll add it in treasures. There you
And
go.
treasures that I can walk on water.
Yeah, water walking. You can now walk on water as long as you hold your breath. Con, bonus minutes. You have negative con, which means you have negative minutes. Thing. Just funny.
I'm just gonna go up to the guild and I'm just gonna. Is the guild open?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, I'm just gonna enter the guild with
Oh.
my still wet foot.
Hello there. Oh, you're wet. We'll be closing soon. What do you need?
I need to be able to hold my breath.
Well, that narrows it down. How and why? Well, just how.
I can walk on water if I can hold my breath, but I can't hold my breath for anything.
Congrats. All right. How do you want to hold your breath? Do you want to magic, physically?
Any way that will work with my particular gift that I cannot utilize?
There's books out there that can. Ew.
Magically, if that's at all possible. It doesn't have to be for very long, just longer than nothing. Because currently I can hold my breath for a total of nothing.
We have things. They cost a considerable sum, but they make you not need to breathe.
That is not what I'm looking for. I
Well,
just
you
want something that can help me.
hold your breath.
Help me?
There you go.
Hold my breath, yes. I just wanted to be able to hold my breath, but not actually stop breathing.
You hold your breath and you don't need to breathe. Technically, if you can't breathe or you don't need to breathe, you are holding your breath at all times. Technically.
And how much would those cost?
A lot of money. That's the cheapest thing we have on hand.
And how much would that cost
About
specifically?
5,000 gold pieces.
And physically, do you know any good bookstores that can teach me to hold my breath better?
Bookstores? No. Bookstores don't teach people how to hold their breath.
I mean, any stores that would sell books that would teach people how to hold their breath.
It's
I
less
mean, there's
book,
gotta be one out there.
less book learning, more physical learning. You need to train yourself to hold your breath.
Okay. Dang it.
Yep.
No any ways I could do that?
Train. Hold your breath. You have to
Okay.
train yourself. Expand your lungs. Make your lungs big.
Any more advice, and he's gonna have to charge you.
This is
Okay, thank you. I will come back if I ever come into money. Bye.
no. Any Mages Guild has it, so you know.
Okay,
Yep. You have fun now, stranger.
bye.
Is the weird lady gone yet?
Yep. Doesn't know how to hold a breath.
Okay. I'm just gonna head back to Nick's, and I'm gonna head back to the barn. I'm just gonna look for Nick's room. The room.
You find Nick in a seductive pose.
On the bed.
Shading a
Rose.
sword.
Rose.
I'm just gonna
And
look
now-
at him. I'm just gonna blink twice and go, "What are you doing?"
Not that.
Polishing his sword.
Oh yeah.
You two are the grossest people ever, and I'm very glad that I am only interested in women romantically.
We would bullshit you either way.
Yep. Anyway, I just walk into the room and say, apparently to hold your breath forever it costs 5,000 gold.
Well, I'm not here.
And I'm talking to Nick.
Oops, sorry. I thought I was hitting push to talk. DM, what time would it be by the time she got back?
About 9. Takes a little bit.
Yeah, I'd probably be in the room by now.
And I just walk in and I just say, well, apparently to hold your breath forever, it costs like 5,000 gold.
Yes, that would very much cost quite a lot of money.
I'm gonna need to steal from a lot of people.
No amount of stealing can get you that much money.
Watch me.
Remember what happened last time when you tried to steal?
That's because I was being cocky and I didn't choose my targets well. Usually I steal from only poor people.
Mm.
And only pocket change.
Oh,
And we're
man.
gonna, and if I do that again, we're gonna be far away from Astrago.
Probably be smart if we were. Yeah, so you can take the bed.
Why?
I don't know, because I don't usually sleep in a bed while on the road anyway. So
Just
I
get
don't
into the
really
bed. Just get into the bed, and I just push him towards the bed.
You're gonna try and push me.
Roll athletics.
Do you want me to counter roll?
Yeah. Do you want her to be in the bed, or do you want to be in the bed? Alright. Yeah, roll athletics. Be hilarious if you rolled lower. No. No, as you start to push Nick just picks you up and puts you in the bed. You're like, no. Just no.
Nick, I'm gonna hop off the bed. Nick. I'm just gonna growl at him. Get in
Little
the bed.
kid refusing to bed. No, I don't want to sleep in the bed. I want to sleep on the floor.
Floor's more
And
comfortable.
I'm just gonna look at him and just say, if you don't get in the bed, you're not getting any sleep tonight.
Whoa.
Is that a
I
threat?
don't. Is that, yeah. Well, I guess I won't be getting much sleep because I didn't plan on. As soon as you said you don't sleep alone, I presumed you would usually sleep in a bed.
No, I usually sleep at the foot of the bed.
Like a cat?
Obviously.
Well, duh.
What other answer is there?
Yeah, dingus.
Fucking moron. Fucking dumbass. Boy. You idiot.
You think I'm not a cat? Oh. Jesus.
Well, I guess you'll be sleeping at the foot of the bed anyway.
Nick, just get in the bed.
And I'm not going anywhere to sleep yet. It's only 9. I'd probably go downstairs and talk with the bartender more about, I don't know, ales.
Okay.
The bartender stuff.
The bartenders talk bartender. It's a unique language.
Okay, fine. While he does that, I'm just gonna go out to the car, grab my ink and paper, and just head back into the room and start writing a letter to Master Irelic.
Alright. So, as the night goes, you finish your letter.
And I go and I sleep at the foot of the bed, curled up in my bear cloak.
Alright. Nick, you finish talking bar. You finish talking bartender with the bartender.
Yes,
My
yes.
jewelry
Ale?
is off by the way. I took the necklace, Serial's necklace, and Sazuki's pen off, but I didn't take off the cuffs.
Okay.
Try and find Bahul. Unless he's about to say BRB, then I would not. Okay. I'd probably go try and find him. Yes. I'd probably go try and find him and find out more about your master. through verbal communication and not mental.
You saying it wasn't good enough?
No, I just don't want to risk getting crazy.
But that's the best part.
No,
I agree with Bool. That is the best part.
Bahul.
You gain the chance of getting cool little mutations.
At that cost.
Come on, off-brand Witcher.
No, shut up. I don't need to get any worse.
All of a sudden, a coin gets thrown at your face.
Please don't. I saw something on Instagram where it's like some guy had silver hair and it went, this guy must be getting coins thrown at him all the time and he's just super confused.
I love it. Oh shit. I wouldn't mind it. Be like quarters, free fucking quarters.
Yeah.
Straight balls to the local fucking.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, no, I'd probably go find Bahul and try and talk to him about his master.
If you want to, you can send him what information you would like to.
Do you want to roleplay this?
It's up to you. It's what to both of you
If
want
you
to do.
any particular question?
Probably more, why do you serve, or better question, how did you come into service of said master?
How did I? What do I remember happening? That's a better question. As I think I demonstrated, it's quite an easy thing to
No.
shape.
I'll pass on that.
No. As I've demonstrated.
Okay, I understand.
If I remember correctly,
It's also been a very.
what I showed to you happened to me. But I saw everything. You saw merely what I wanted to show you. I was not spared such things. I saw beauty in its most wondrous form. And from that moment I knew I must serve.
Well, to each their own. I will not judge you for whatever you drink.
Is there any other questions you have? I'll just get to a good part of the article.
I'll leave you to your article then. No reason to distract you anymore when we can find out what happens during combat later. And see what...
Did you ask what I can do during combat? I apologize.
Yes, that is also something I would like to know.
Ask him if he can heal.
I can't heal. Well,
I like to imagine Frith is like slightly opening the door, just screeching. Ask him if he can heal.
I've been trained mildly in the art of medicine and how to properly use what you call those? Healer's kits, I believe. So I can help you with all the injury part. After all, dead teammates are no real value to me.
That's quite fair. Well, that is all of the important questions I have at the time.
Something about a stock market crashing. Very interesting.
Fuck. Too much info. Oh no. Too meta.
These roaring 20s about to turn into the crying 20s.
Actually, it's called the Dirty 30s.
You're not wrong.
But,
Yeah, I guess I'll wait till tomorrow.
alright.
Yeah,
Everyone-
so I'd head back to the room.
You find Frith laying at the foot of the bed.
Seductively.
All curled up. She's just all curled up, and she's just. You can almost there's almost this purring sound. It's not quite purring. It's like she's snoring, but it's like a mix between a snore and a purr.
This is how you learn she's actually part tabaxi.
That's the other half.
Turns out her
No,
dad...
I'm not sure what the other half is. My dad, I'm not sure what Deimos is. I'm guessing I'm half human, but I'm not sure.
He looked human.
He looked human, but his first language was Elvish.
That's the
I
thing.
know.
Well, dawn of
Huh?
a new day.
Yeah, as the day comes, everyone gets restful sleep.
Especially me. I sleep like a baby.
Well, actually, you get a dream. You get a wonderful
Nice.
dream.
Wonderful.
You feel something bad happen. Like, as you're about to rest, you feel just a pulse that just shivers down your entire body. It doesn't feel good. It's like, you ever been stabbed?
That's odd.
That's more like a burning pain.
But stabbed everywhere.
It's like your entire body is made out of urethras, and you have a very hot, violent catheter being ripped out and pulled back in every second.
Yes. In that sense, it's painful. Very painful. This feeling. Because you're just about to rest and be like, ah.
I guess I'll get up and look out the window.
You see meteors. Just as they just fall through the sky. Second
How
round.
many meteors?
Multiples. Just this is the second round of them.
Is the pain gone by now?
Yes. It only lasted for a few seconds. But it was intense.
I need to check one. I thought I had a certain spell. Or I thought my subclass granted me a certain spell. I need to check how. Classes.
Cry and hide. A useful spell. Also known as rope trick.
Draconic. No. You see here, I need to see. What is it called? Ah, here we go.
Cry.
Nope, I do not get that spell. Never mind. I guess I shall talk to my master and sleep.
Alright. Whenever you do sleep, your master does not talk to you. It's strange. He's there, but distant. It's a different feeling. You've never felt him this distant before.
Oh, by the way, yeah, that's something I have to speak to you about after the session. I forgot all about that.
He's there,
Alright.
but he's distant.
Actually, do I know which star he is?
Yeah, you know.
Is he sort of like waxing? Or, I mean, I guess waning would be the proper term.
Yes. He's fading. It's not common, but it's happening.
Well, that's bad. That's really bad.
You can,
Alright.
with actually the way that you are, you can feel other things now. A different thought. A different sound. Coming from somewhere else. You look at the moons. The moons are making noises.
Oh, soon you will be replaced. Soon my star will never wane again.
You can, you've been here long enough. You know which moons they are. The moon of Nyx and and Rhea are both making noises at this current point. And you can feel Titan starting. It's groggy, the best way you could put it. But you feel like it might awaken soon.
Wow. Sounds like we're gonna have to get started on the ritual a whole lot sooner.
Yep.
Hmm.
Because at this point, I think this is the day that something happened. Just wait. Give it a few more days.
Hopefully I can do what I need to in a couple days. Alright, I guess I have nothing else I can do but yet sleep.
Alright. As you all rest.
By the way, I'm just gonna ask Nick, where are you sleeping?
On a chair.
Okay, I'm gonna wake up as early in the morning as I possibly can.
Well, first, wait. For Bahul, the noises never go away. Those voices, the new voices, still there, even while you sleep. More dominant.
Can I hear what they're seeing? Or hear what they're saying?
You can't hear because you don't actually understand them. You're used to the language of your master. You know it, you can speak it. This language is new. Even more alien than your master's.
But I can speak both deep speech and primordial.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You think it's either more alien than deep speech or more older than primordial.
Damn. What the fuck? Alright. So I shall go to the bathroom while you, Nick and Frith, do anything you want.
I kill everyone.
I like that idea. Okay, see you next time, fellas.
No.
No, I'll be back here in a minute.
So anyway, I wake up as early in the morning as I possibly can.
You do wake up.
Do I see Nick sleeping in the chair?
You do.
Nick, do you have alert?
No.
I'm gonna try to sneak up on Nick.
Yes, the chair. How?
I'm gonna try to sneak up on Nick.
Roll stealth. Nick, what's your passive perception?
14. It's not that high.
And since I just slept, I used one of my luck points.
Alright.
What's your roll worse?
Yep, that's what I'm hoping for. Alright. As you're sneaking, you kick the table, and you're like, ah! As Nick just slowly raises his eyes, awake.
I just take my quill and I just fling a little like at him by accident. Like I'm just like I try to make it seem like I was going over to the table to write something, but I just use my ink and I just purposely on accident flick some ink at him.
Okay.
Can I roll a sleight of hand, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Nick, you can roll acrobatics to see if you can just quickly
I
get
don't care, it's ink.
Alright. Just like ink splatters across your face a little bit. Yep.
Oops.
Yeah, mistakes happen.
Sorry, Nick.
It's alright.
Oh, I was just gonna do some last changes to the letter I wrote for Master Earlick.
Okay.
Do you think this guy is? Hey, do you think the bartender would be willing to take this down to the post office for like a silver? Or should we just go to the post office ourselves?
We can go to the post office ourselves. But
Okay.
You know that you can also send a message instantly if you spend 5 gold at the Mages Guild.
Yeah, no, not spending any money. So I'm just gonna send this using the regular old mail.
Okay. You know,
Oh, by the way, did you put up the character reference for Bew yet? Bro, Beol,
Bahul.
Bahul.
he has not. I think you all should. You all might not be able to. Oh no. Zoinks. I don't have the picture. God dang it. I'll send it whenever I get it. But yeah, actually, due to the time, as everyone awakens, it's a new day.
Why do I feel like I won't like said day?
Too fucking bad. You gotta like it.
I don't think I do have to like it.
All right.
So I'm gonna head out to the cart and just set up the horses, and just take some time to just take some time to work with, just take some time to talk to and groom. What is their names again? Oh yeah. What's the horses' names again? Oh yeah, Minu and Narquis.
All right.
Does everyone remember what those things mean?
Pretty sure they're all variants of toilet or shit.
No, it's bitch and asshole.
All right. All the same.
One menu is bitch and orc, and Narquis is asshole and goblin.
The more you know. But yeah.
Nick does not know this,
No.
and I'm not telling him. And neither does the other person, so I'm the only person who knows what their names mean. But anyway, both of the horses have these carved wreath crowns with their names carved in halfling and orc. Halfling and orc. So yeah, they both have these beautiful crowns I added to their thanks.
Mm.
So I just go over and I just get them ready for the day, and I just give them some brushes and I just work with them a bit. And while I'm doing that, I'm just on and off trying to hold my breath for longer.
Right. Nick, what do you do?
I am training to hold my breath. I am training.
As it has been days on end since I last bathed, I'd probably go to the local bathhouse.
All right.
I just jumped into a bunch of water. I'm good for a week.
See, more or less, the local bathhouse here is they have a sauna, and then they have a really cold lake. There you go. You have Finland.
And I already visited the bathhouse. Ha! So yeah, taking care of the horses. Can I roll animal handling, please? Just to see if I can, get them to like me better.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Also, I'm also spending some time with Bear,
Good to know.
making sure he's all okay, grooming him and all that.
All right. Well, you spend time with the horses.
And Bear.
Yeah, and Bear. Just remember where you are. Nick, you go get clean. You get pretty and fancy.
I don't smell like complete shit anymore.
Yep. And Bahul is sleeping in. And that's where we're gonna have to call the session, guys.
Alright.
But a pleasure as always.
Thank you very much, DM.
I think there'll probably be 2 sessions left. Maybe 3.
Ooh.
Probably. It depends. Maybe more.
We'll see.
And some of it maybe might be combat. Maybe.
Maybe.
You might not actually get any combat. Really depends on what paths you take.
We shall see.
Yeah. So, a pleasure as always.